There's a story in Second Samuel, chapter 24, where David it's at the end of his career, and they just won a big battle against the Philistines. And so he wants to go and check out, wants to count his army. And his generals were against it, but he insisted that they do it, and he's the king, so they go and do what he wants. And so once they travel all around, they get back, and he gets his number. David realizes that he has done a great sin, because the reason why why is it so bad to count people? Well, it's counting people was not necessarily the bad thing. It was an issue of pride. He was trying to talk about, like, look, this is how big things are. This is how great my army is, and that he was taking all the credit and not giving it to God. And he realized what he was doing. It says, the Bible actually says that he was overcome with grief and guilt because of what he's done. And so he goes to God and he asks what will happen for him because he did this. And God gives him three different choices. And so the third choice was that he chooses that a plague will come in and attack the people for 3 days. And the other two choices are way worse than this. And so when the plague comes in and it starts burning its way through Israel, and all of a sudden it gets to Jerusalem, and then God's mercy comes down and stops the angel of the Lord at the threshing floor of Aruna, it stops him from the plague coming into those places. And what we can see from this place is that, last time I talked about how that when we have a sin issue, we still have to face the consequences of that. Even if we receive forgiveness, we still have to pay the consequences. And that's true. We still have to pay the consequences. David paid the consequences for his sin. However, sometimes when we pay the consequences, God is a loving God. He's a merciful God. He's full of grace. And so sometimes he will have mercy in the consequences, and we will not see it to its fullest extent. And so what we can do is we can just pray to God and say, God, ask for forgiveness and pray for his mercy. And sometimes he'll answer it, and we can be thankful for what he's done for us.